Simple one first. So we look at a specific example here, and this might deal with a Muslim or a non-Muslim in our times now. The question is, why is the apostate killed in Islam? Why is the apostate killed in Islam? And I'd like to mention something here that's, it's a common mistake. What's the verb form when someone leaves Islam in English? What is it? Naam? Yeah, the verb form that someone has. I see a lot of that's why I mentioned it. A lot of times people think it's apostated. There's no such word as apostated. Yeah, the verb form is actually strange. It's apostatized. So when you leave Islam, you apostatize. You don't apostate. Apostate is a noun. Yeah, it's the act of abandoning one's religion. Or apostasy is the act of abandoning one's religion. Apostate is the person who has abandoned their religion. And to apostatize is the verb form. So why do you kill someone if they apostatize? That's the question. So now here, and this is actually a true story, this was a missionary in our school. It was someone who teaches Bible study. So he came and asked me this question. Now, I know that he's just trying to embarrass me because of a number of things. One, because of the fake look of concern on his face. That was the first giveaway. The second is that he was just a few minutes ago telling me about his friends who are missionaries in Morocco, and they're trying to convert people there, and he was angrily telling me that they're not successful because you guys, you killed the apostate. So he says, why do you kill someone if they leave Islam? So now I have three answers for him in my head, okay? But I'm just trying to prove this point, that I wanted to start off with the simplest one first. And if it doesn't work, I can go to the next one. And if it doesn't work, I can go to the next one. But if the simplest one works, I can move on to my main point, which is discussing Tawheed with this person. So I asked him a simple question, one sentence, and he immediately said, I understand. I said, okay, what is the punishment for treason? And he said, I understand. That was it. Is that simple? Start with the simple one first. Because he understood now that if someone leaves their allegiance to their country, the ruling is they should be killed. Right? I think just this year, or that they just changed it in Canada. 2 years ago they changed it in Australia. But in the good old US, it's still, I think, the same. Yeah. So if someone leaves their country, they should be killed. So if they leave their allegiance to Allah Azza wa Jal, nothing happens. So, by the way, in Islam, of course, it's a very different system. It's not like you heard that someone leaves Islam and you just go get him and stuff like that. First of all, it's done by the authorities. There are procedures and steps involved. First of all, they talk to him, yeah, about, the scholars will refute any doubts that he has on the issue, and they can spend days with him, refuting and arguing with him, trying to convince him. Then they might even threaten him with the sword. They tell him, you need to repent from this, because if you don't repent, you will be killed. And if he insists on being killed, that means he's really, really believing in that. And then, after the procedures take their toll, and then at the end, by the authority of the ruling body, it's done. It's not just like the brothers after Isha go visit someone and stuff like that. This is verse 72 or 73 in Surah Al-Imran. وَقَالَتْ طَائِفَةٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ آمِنُوا بِالَّذِي أُنزِلَ عَلَى الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَجْهَ النَّهَارِ وَاكْفُرُوا آخِرَهُ لَعَلَّهُمْ يَرْجِعُونَ. So this was a plot by the Jews of Medina. When Islam entered Medina, they would pretend to enter into Islam in the morning. So 10, 12 people would become Muslim in the morning. Then at night they leave. Same night they leave Islam. Tomorrow a group becomes Muslim. Then the same day they leave Islam. Towards the end of the day they leave Islam. So what happens to the non-Muslim or the non-Jewish Medinian who is contemplating perhaps becoming a Muslim? He sees that it's not worth becoming a Muslim. There's no substance there. People leave their religion the same day. Groups just enter and leave the same day. If you leave in a month, maybe you discovered something. But if you leave in a day, that means there's just nothing there. So they tried to do that to deter people from becoming Muslim. It was a technique. Then Nabi ﷺ said, مَنْ بَدَّلَ دِينَهُ فَاقْتُلُوهُ. The one who changes his religion, kill him. How many people do you think pretended to be Muslim the next day? 0. Nobody wanted him, because then there's killing involved.